Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream!
Well, hello and welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Lisa Thomas, and today we're going to check out Ada Village. There's a ton of places to shop, eat, and drink. One of my favorite places is Gina's Boutique, and I would love to show you all. Let's go check it out. Gina's Boutique is a cornerstone of Ada's shopping scene. Stepping into Gina's is like entering a fashion oasis, where every piece tells a story and every rack holds endless possibilities. From dresses to casual chic, Gina's offers curated collections that cater to every style and occasion. But it's not just about the clothes, it's about the experience. Gina's Boutique isn't just a store, it's a destination where customers become friends and every purchase is infused with warmth and personal touch. Because at Gina's, the American Dream isn't about fashion, it's about community. We just finished shopping at one of my favorite boutiques here in Ada Village, but because of that, I'm famished. And what I'm really craving is an acai bowl. So let's go check out Fruition and get one. Welcome to Fruition Acai and Juice Bar, where every visit feels like a step closer to wellness. Here at Fruition Acai and Juice Bar, it's not just about eating well, it's about living well. Their signature acai bowls are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, designed to fuel your body and delight your taste buds. Their team believes in creating a welcoming atmosphere where everyone can find something they love. Whether you're a vegan, gluten-free, or just looking for a nutritious treat, they've got you covered. Fruition isn't just a place to eat, it's a community hub. Here, connections are made over bowls of goodness, blended smooth and topped with a smile. Their commitment to freshness means your bowl is always crafted from the finest ingredients, sourced locally whenever possible. From the lush acai berries to their homemade granola, every element is chosen for its quality and flavor. So whether you're starting your day or you need a mid-afternoon pick-me-up, come to Fruition Acai Bar and taste the difference that real, simple, and joyful food can make. Fruition Acai and Juice Bar. Eat vibrant, live vibrant. Visit today and nourish your body and soul. Just as fabulous as it always is, super healthy, full and packed of nutrients. Get the Fruition Bowl if you get out to see Fruition in Ada Village. From fashion finds, rain or shine, or even a sweet treat, Ada Village encompasses local charm. So tune in with us next time as we explore West Michigan's lifestyle, culture, and real estate. Until then, keep dreaming.
Welcome to another episode of the American Dream Traverse City. I'm your host, Brian McGillivray. Today we're on the Leelanau Trail, 17-mile long pathway that connects Traverse City with Sutton's Bay. Great views along the way. It's also an easy way to access one of my favorite wineries in northern Michigan, Shady Lane Cellars. So let's bike on over for a visit. The Leelanau Peninsula wine appellation hosts over 20 wineries between Lake Michigan and Grand Traverse Bay. Shady Lane Cellars is a little bit off the beaten track. This estate winery is a favorite among locals and wine aficionados for small lot, small production wines of distinct and award-winning quality. Started in 1987 with 11 acres of vineyards on a 100-acre farm that had previously grown peanuts, potatoes, peaches, and cherries since 1900, Shady Lane became a licensed winery in 1996. By 2001, after acquiring an additional 50 acres, they were able to handle the entire winemaking process with their estate-grown grapes. Today we're going to meet with Traverse City native Casey Wiersba. who left a successful winemaking career in Napa Valley to return home and lead the team at Shady Lane Cellars as head winemaker and general manager. So we're pleased here today to be with Casey Wiersma. She's our head winemaker and general manager at Shady Lane Cellars, one of the original wineries on the Leelanau Peninsula. Tell me a little bit about the winemaking experience here in Leelanau.
Here in Leelanau, we can grow these fabulous vinifera variety wines because of our proximity to Lake Michigan. So the lake provides cooling in the spring, keeping the vines dormant.
You mean like today?
Yes, a lot like today. That way we don't get hit by frost and damage our vines. And then in the fall, the lake provides a heat source, so it actually extends our warm fall weather for ripening.
And you've got a really nice winery here, a little bit off the beaten track, but I have to admit, one of the things that really shocked me when I learned that your wine tasting room was actually a chicken coop. Tell me a little bit about the history of the farm and the chicken coop.
We have some really fantastic original buildings here on the property. So the chicken coop stone building is from the turn of the century. Property here is actually two turn of the century farms who focused on dairy production and tree fruit growing and potatoes, believe it or not.
One of the things I loved about coming here, besides your great wine, is that it's really a family atmosphere. It reminded me of my trip when I went to Italy and we went to a winery in Tuscany, family-owned winery, and the son was helping us taste wines. The grandmother was cooking in the kitchen. It was a great experience, but it was just welcoming, very unpretentious. And that's what I felt my very first trip and every trip since I've come here. Did that grow here organically, or is it more by design?
That truly is what we want to do here. We want to create an atmosphere where people can come with their friends, their family. We welcome kids here and enjoy this experience. And in the process of enjoying the experience, making some memories, we want to help people find their favorite wines, find their favorite Shady Lane wines. And we want to do that in a really welcoming, relaxed, unpretentious atmosphere.
Let's talk about some of the wine and the wine you grow here. Let's head up to the vineyards in your barrel room.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, great. Okay, we're in the barrel room and we're going to start talking about wine. Tell me a little bit about the different grapes you grow here and the kind of unique wines you make.
Yeah, so we grow two unique grapes from Austria, Blaufränkisch and Gruner Veltliner. And I actually have some Blaufränkisch here in this barrel that I think we should taste right now.
Okay.
This wine has been in since the fall of last year, so about 8 months now. In total, it will be in this barrel for about 20 months. We'll taste every single barrel and we'll make a blend of Blaufränkisch that is the most beautiful expression of this wine from 2023.
But you don't just taste it once, you taste it repeatedly?
We do. You know, wine it's kind of a living, breathing thing. It's important to make sure that the wine is stable, it's progressing and aging like we want it to. We have to visit every single barrel about every other month and make sure that the wine is aging just how we like it.
Well, let's give it a taste.
Yeah.
Tastes good to me.
Yeah, not bad for a really young wine too.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this, I'm not spitting it out. Thanks for visiting with us today at Shady Lane Cellars, a must-stop visit on the Leelanau Wine Trail. And a little tip before I go, if you're like me and not up for a 34-mile bike ride, there's a public beta bus that runs. Will take you biking all for one leg of your journey. I'm your host and community expert, Brian McGillivray, and this has been The American Dream.
Welcome to American Dream TV. My name is Dylan Tent, and I'm here with my friend Adam Cole. We're in my hometown, Northville, Michigan. We've got a cool house here. Northville's known for its Victorian architecture. This home here was modeled after the homes that sit on Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island was a fort back in the day, and now it is a popular tourist destination in northern Michigan, just off of the Mackinac Bridge separating the Lower Peninsula and the Upper Peninsula. So Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about what got you guys interested in this property?
Yeah, first of all, welcome everybody to 412 Horton Street, what I feel is probably one of the most prestigious lots in Northville. And I'll give a few reasons as to why, my belief is that. It's one of the only houses, if not the only, that sits waterfront. And to have that ability of no neighbors in the back, that privacy, no neighbors on the one side, it gives you that country feel with the ability within 3 to 5 minutes to walk right into, one of the best downtowns in my personal opinion in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, it's really close. This is really a landmark house in Northville. Everybody kind of knows what it is. The architecture, the whole town in the downtown area is known for its Victorian architecture, and this one really kind of takes the cake as far as the most charming, I would say. I love that there is a wraparound porch around the entire property. I think that the fireplace is great, but the water view is just incredible.
I mean, when you really stop and take a look at this backyard as a whole, all the stone, the 4-tiered walls, on the other side backyard over there, and with the fire pit. In the evening, my favorite thing to do is come out here and have a nice little cigar and a glass of wine. And after a busy day at work, it puts, regardless of how bad, how stressful it is, the ease that is instantly it takes over me. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's nice to have something like that to go home to.
So one other interesting fact, Dylan, that I want to bring to your attention that I think is a key selling point to this home, this property, is it was actually 2 parcels, lot 66 and 67 at one time, and it was purchased by Henry Ford in 1921 and his wife Clara.
Wow, I did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that is one of the things, and we have the documentation in the basement that, when people see that for the first time, it's mind-blowing that, okay, on this specific property, Henry Ford actually owned it at one time, and in 1922 transferred it for $1 into Ford Motor Company's name until Henry passed in 1947, and then the company, then sold it off from there. So just one other little interesting fact about 412 Horton Street.
Well, speaking of Henry Ford, why don't we take him over to the garage and show him some of the other fun stuff we have in there, with some history there as well. So we put Carroll Shelby in charge of winning Le Mans. They developed the GT40. Now this example is a rebirth of that, winning race car. In mid-2000s, they produced the Ford GT after the GT40. The original GT40 was called the 40 because it was only 40 inches high. Now this is a little bit taller and it maintains the name of GT. A lot of people, if you were going out on a first date, wouldn't love to brag that they're coming in a 2005 Ford, but if you showed up in this thing, this is probably one of the best looking sports cars ever made. It holds the top speed record for a production car. I think it's just stunning. It
has less than 1,000 miles on it right now, so it is probably the coolest 550 horsepower mid-engine I've been in, period.
And then why don't you tell us a little bit about the Shelby?
That is 700 plus horsepower of pure adrenaline. It's also, like the GT, one of the few that will pin you back in your seat, if one is given the opportunity to go inside.
Thanks for taking a tour of 412 Horton. We're going to go diligently obey the traffic laws together.
Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Jennifer Rogalski, coming to you from charming Grand Lake, Michigan, known for its community, education, culture, and recreation. Join me to take a tour of what makes this place special. We are here with Lee LaForest, President and CEO of the Grand Blanc Chamber of Commerce. Lee, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
There's so much buzz about what's happening here and all the events that you guys have been able to introduce to the community. You want to talk about some of those?
Sure. So we have 9 signature events throughout the year, but our real goal is to be as involved and as impactful within community. Hence, that's why we have so many events.
Right.
And some of the events that we have coming up, I think you know about. We've got our golf outing completely sold out for the 3rd year in a row. We're really excited about that. But then we've got our annual Fun Fest, which is a large community festival.
Right.
And then new this year, we are introducing a brand new community concert at the high school stadium.
Given all the success you've had, where do you see our 5-year vision?
It would be wonderful to have a space that we could offer to hold conferences of larger scale size, to be able to bring more professional development offerings to our members, even to have the community come in and utilize that space as a community hub. And I'd like to continue to grow our membership. We want to continue to bring in new businesses. We want to bring in youth. We want to encourage people to continue to invest in the community of Grand Blanc.
And since you mentioned the new athletic complex at the school, we are going to be going there next to share with our viewers. So excited to share the aquatic center, the new complex. It's a gem of Grand Blanc and a lot of planning in the making. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I'm here this afternoon with Dr. Trevor Alward, Superintendent of Grand Blanc Community Schools. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, it's an honor.
Thank you. I know you've got the aquatic center in here. You want to talk about some of the other great things that are happening in Grand Blanc schools?
You know, we're very proud of our tradition of excellence. We have just recently were recognized by the National Association of Music Merchants as a top community for music education in the country. We have a robotics team that just competed at the World's competition in Houston, a drum line that just competed at the World competition in Dayton, Ohio. So we're much more than just a stadium and an athletic complex. You know, we have great tradition in the classroom, wonderful teachers, and we're very proud of that.
And you want to talk about some of the newer programs that you've been bringing on to kind of service your diverse student body?
You know, at our high school, we have about 110 clubs for students to be involved in on top of our athletic programs. So one of the most recent additions has been our esports lab and our esports program, which had a standing room only participation level during tryouts. About 87 kids tried out. We've recently added a club in girls field hockey. So we've been, expanding the opportunities for kids, and that's what it's all about.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we're already into the next visioning and planning for the next iteration of capital improvements. And through our currently adopted strategic plan, we're looking at a restoration project to our 100-year-old facility at Perry.
Right.
We're looking at our performing arts center, a potential new performing arts center as an investment in our fine arts program, a gallery space, a black box theater, some real commitment. Not only do we commit to our athletic achievements and our classroom achievements, but to performing arts, vocal arts, instrumental arts. That's our next phase.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing with everyone else how great Grand Blanc Community Schools are.
It certainly is. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The American Dream. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, sharing a little bit about what makes our Grand Blanc community so amazing and special. I'm your host, Jennifer Rogalski, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
So if a ferry ride on Manitou Island Transit just isn't your cup of tea, but you want views of the Manitous right off your deck, you're going to want to check out this listing at 1181 North Leland Estates Drive. And you can be a part of the legend of Sleeping Bear yourself, with views of North Manitou Island, South Manitou Island, and Pyramid Point, which is attached to the rest of the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore check out this listing. It does not disappoint. So welcome to Fishtown in Leland, Michigan, and we are on, what's the name of the boat?
The name of the boat is the Mishamakwa.
Mishamakwa, here with Manitou Island Transit. This is Megan Munoz, and this ferry business has been in her family for quite a long time. Since when?
Since 1917.
So tell us a little bit about what Manitou Island Transit does.
We provide ferry service to both North and South Manitou Island. North Manitou is backcountry camping. South Manitou, we provide designated camping as well as day visit. And then shoreline cruises we have in July and August.
And how long does the shoreline cruise typically take?
So we leave at 6:30 and return at 8 o'clock. And we run those on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And then the other days are available for private bookings.
How long you've been operating out of Fishtown since 1917?
It started actually as a mail service. So my great-grandpa, George Tracy, got the contract from the mail service, so they would deliver mail to North and South Manitou Island.
What are the safety precautions that you have to take?
Precautions as far as our passengers, there's of course enough life jackets and lifeboats, and then we ask people to stay seated. We have a restriction of how many people can be up top versus down below for distribution of the weight.
What do you think are the memories that they have a chance of creating by taking advantage of that?
As far as the shoreline cruise, you know, so many people don't have an opportunity to get on a boat on Lake Michigan, and we take that for granted. So many people that don't live along the water have never been on a boat, and it's an opportunity to be on one of the biggest lakes in our country.
All right, so we're in this interior seating area on the boat, and you have some seating above as well.
A lot of people desire the top seating, get a really nice view. Down here is nice for people that don't want to navigate the stairs, and then obviously if weather is rainy or windy, this is a little more protected.
Welcome to Fishtown and Manitou Island Transit. So right behind us, you have your gift shop, and that's where you buy tickets, some memorabilia. Well, let's take a look at the shop. Thanks for tuning in and seeing a little bit of Fishtown, which is the #2 tourist attraction in all the state of Michigan. #1 is the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, which North and South Manitou and Pyramid Point are all a part of the greater Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. So I am Sandra Scott, your local host for American Dream TV, and thanks for tuning in to this episode, which Fishtown style.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.